So man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Check it out, man. I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about chasing the spotlight, and a lot of people do that when they are not yet mentally prepared for what comes along with being in the spotlight. Some people have the intestinal fortitude, the strength, the wisdom, the discipline, the maturity to be able to handle being in front of a camera, being in front of putting people a microphone in your face, and some people don't. And one of the biggest problems is that a lot of times the people who don't have those qualifications are usually the main ones who want to be in that situation. And it's very dangerous because when you are presenting yourself in front of the people like that, and you gain a certain level of fame and popularity and all that, we focus so much on that part of it, but we don't factor in the negativity, the hate, the slander, the trolling, all of the things that come on the back side of that, the unseen side of that, and we're not able to handle it. We're not able to deal with it. And in some cases, you're not. That's not your strength. See, you have people who are very gifted in other aspects, but those aspects may not lead them to being in front of those cameras. May not lead them to walking in on the carpet and getting all that attention, but that's really what they want. Then you have other people who are qualified and who do have those character traits to deal with it, but it's not in their personality to even want all that. They would rather be in the back. So it's crossed up in a lot of ways, and it's an entertainment thing in a lot of cases. And when I say entertainment, I'm not just talking about singers and rappers and actors and athletes. See, I'm lumping in um, politicians. I'm lumping in pastors and preachers because in a lot of cases, not all, but in a lot of cases, those people are some of the biggest seekers and the biggest addicts of the spotlight and limelight and the shine and the fame like that. They are more or just as into it and just as addicted to it as people in the music industry and or some of those other categories that I named. And that's dangerous because these are people who are entrusted with the well-being and the lives of other people, of congregations, of nations, and they are personalities who are focused more on shining than they are putting the work in. So we have to make sure that whatever our role is, if we are blessed to find our role, that we get comfortable in our role and that we can become masters at our role and not be envious of those who um, may be in a spot that we think we should be in. See, because everything that you may have in your heart that you want is not necessarily what's best for you. And if we can kind of just accept that and get to that point of understanding, then it'll make you better. You know, many don't have the maturity to be in that spotlight because a lot comes with it. It's a lot of responsibility that comes with it. And like I said earlier, if you're not able to deal with the bad side of it, and you just only are focused on what you perceive to be the positives, then you wouldn't last long. It's not for you. Plus, you don't want to be a person who presents yourself in that way and it's out front. You just out front, out front, out front, out front, and that's really not who you even are. It's just a created image because once the people find out that that's not who you really are, then you out of there. It's a wrap. And that's the last thing you want to do is give that off because you see people who act like they got the money. You see people who act like they have the cars and the other material possessions. You see people that do that all the time. And when it gets revealed that they don't, because a lot of the people, just the general people, they're caught up in that too. So you end up getting roasted all because you concocted this false perception and this false image of who you wanted people to think that you were. And you can never come back from that. You can never come back from that in a lot of cases. You think about a lot of these, like the Milli Vanilli situations, and it's no return in that. But what the last thing I want to leave you with though is no embarrassment, or there's no dishonor in just simply just being yourself and representing who you are. If you're able to figure out, what I am better just being the one who edits the uh, the videos. I am the one who's better at just um, orchestrating and putting the show and the routine together. I am the one who's more skilled at the camera work and creating this and creating that behind the scenes. If you discover that about yourself and then you max it out, there's no shame in that. It's no shame in that because there are many who look the part, but they broke as all outdoors. They don't have anything to show for it. But then there are those who many of us have never heard their names, never wouldn't know their faces. They were standing in line in front of us at the grocery store, and they're some of the most successful and wealthiest people around. So prioritize what needs to be prioritized. Don't get caught up in believing that being in the spotlight is the best option. It may be the best option for some, because many people can't handle it, but it might not be the best option for you. Find your place in your space and be comfortable in that. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Peace.